The Syrian war has entered a new phase, and it's setting two NATO allies on a possible collision course.
The United States will maintain a military presence in Syria, focused on ensuring ISIS cannot reemerge.
By pledging to set up a 30,000-strong armed force dominated by Kurds to seal off areas liberated from ISIS, the Trump administration has drawn Turkish tanks across the northern border.
Amerika 10.000, 11.000, 12.000 kilometreden gelecek, burada kendisine bir ordu oluşturacak ve adını da ne koyacak? Sınır güvenliği. Neyin sınır güvenliği?
Well, the US walked back that announcement, but it gave the Turkish president a reason to launch an assault he's wanted to for over a year. Turkey says the offensive is supposed to secure its border from US-backed Kurdish People's Protection Units, otherwise known as the YPG. Erdogan says there's no difference between the YPG and the PKK, the Kurdish insurgent group that Turkey has been fighting for more than 30 years. Now, they follow the same leader, Abdullah Öcalan, who currently sits in a Turkish prison. The problem is, the Pentagon has made it clear that the YPG is the best option in confronting the Islamic State in Syria. Kurds form the backbone of the Syrian Democratic Forces. That's the group that liberated Islamic State's Syrian capital of Raqqa, even as Erdogan repeatedly criticized US support. So if you're the United States, what do you do now? Scale back support for a Kurdish force that you've spent more than $500 million training? Or risk losing the trust and access to a NATO ally that houses US nuclear weapons, military jets, and hosts a radar system to protect Europe from the threat of missile attacks? Until now, Turkey has focused narrowly on its border with Syria and confronting Kurdish forces. But by pushing across the border and into Russia's zone of influence, Erdogan may want a bigger seat at the bargaining table to determine the future of Syria. Turkish intelligence and military chiefs visited Moscow before the incursion, and proxy fighters allied with Ankara have already fired on US special forces patrolling with their Kurdish partners. Turkey is also flying bombing raids against Kurds from the same US airbase that the US uses to fly its bombing raids against ISIS. So as Turkey's mission expands, the dividing lines become clear. If Turkey pushes the mission east to the Euphrates River, or moves to take Manbij, it could put them in direct military confrontation with US troops who are currently there. And if Turkey keeps this up, the Trump administration may be forced to make a choice. Does it hold territory it's won back from ISIS, or dial back its support of Kurds in order to maintain relations with one of its key strategic partners in the region?